Anime fans always hype up the strongest, the flashiest, or the main characters, but today, let's give the spotlight to those who rarely get the credit they truly deserve. Jinbei. When people think of One Piece, they instantly think Luffy, Zoro, or Sanji. But Jinbei, the Knight of the Sea, is criminally underrated. This man literally turned the tides of history by helping Luffy escape Marineford. He brought Fishman Island into the Straw Hat's protection, and he's the calm strategist the crew desperately needed. He's not flashy like Zoro's swordplay or Luffy's Gear 5 transformations, but Jinbei is the crew's backbone, strong, wise, loyal. Without him, Luffy's journey into the New World would have been 10 times harder. Kasuke Urahara. Bleach fans love to talk about Ichigo, Aizen, or the flashy captains, but Urahara is the real chess master of the series. He's the hidden genius behind so many key inventions, the Jigai, the training methods that made Ichigo strong, and even techniques Soul Society uses daily. Yet people just see him as a quirky shopkeeper with sandals and a hat. His intellect rivals Aizen, his power is captain class, and his mysterious aura makes him one of the most important characters who never truly gets his flowers. Giyu Tomioka. Everyone hypes Rengoku, Yuzui, and even Mitsuri, but the water Hashira, Giyu? He's the one who started it all. Without Giyu sparing Nezuko and guiding Tanjiro to Urokodaki, there would be no Demon Slayer story. People think he's stoic and dull, but he's the most selfless of all the Hashira, carrying survivor's guilt, silently protecting others, and never chasing glory. While others shine in battle, Giyu stays in the shadows, but his role is arguably the most critical. Nanami Kento. Gojo gets all the attention in JJK, and for good reason, but Nanami? He's the mentor every young sorcerer needs. Unlike Gojo's flashy carefree style, Nanami is grounded, calm, and brutally efficient. He teaches Yuji the harsh realities of their world without sugarcoating it, but he also deeply cares for his students' well-being. He's the perfect balance to Gojo's chaos, a man who brings stability in a cursed world. Yet, sadly, his sacrifices often get overshadowed by the big flashy fights. Nacht. Everyone talks about Asta, Yami, or even Noelle, but Nacht deserves way more credit. As the vice captain of the Black Bulls, Nacht is the one who took Asta's devil powers seriously and trained him to control them. His backstory is heartbreaking, living in the shadow of his dead brother, making pacts with devils, and carrying guilt for years. He's both terrifying and admirable, walking the fine line between darkness and light. Without Nacht, Asta's growth during the Spade Kingdom arc would have been impossible. Mirio Togata. Deku may be the chosen successor, but Mirio? He should have been All Might's heir. His quirk permeation looks weak on paper, but through sheer hard work he turned it into one of the strongest abilities in the series. He's cheerful, inspiring, and when he lost his quirk, he still fought to protect Eri with nothing but his fists. Mirio embodies true heroism, but fans rarely give him the spotlight compared to Bakugo or Todoroki. Shino Aburame. Naruto fans know the big three, Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura. But poor Shino has been underrated since day one. His insect-based fighting style is creepy, sure, but it's also genius, versatile, deadly, and strategic. Shino's quiet intelligence and loyalty made him one of Konoha's most reliable shinobi. Yet because he's not flashy, he got sidelined in the anime. If you actually look at his abilities, Shino is someone you'd never want as an enemy. Jean Kirstein. Eren, Mikasa, and Levi take the spotlight, but Jean's development is insane. From a self-centered recruit who just wanted to live a safe life, Jean grew into one of humanity's most dependable leaders. He's not the strongest, but he's a realist, always making the tough calls when others hesitate. His tactical mind and ability to lead under pressure kept the Survey Corps alive countless times. Jean deserves way more respect than he gets. Leorio Paradonite. Gon, Killua, and Kurapika shine brightly, but Leorio is constantly overlooked. He doesn't have flashy abilities, but his dream to become a doctor and help people is one of the most noble motivations in anime. He's comic relief at times, sure, but he's also the heart of the group, loyal, dependable, and brave when it counts. Remember the election arc? That one punch he landed on Jing made him a legend. Leorio represents the everyday person who still stands tall in a world of monsters. Piccolo. When people think of Dragon Ball, it's always Goku or Vegeta. But Piccolo is one of the most underrated characters in the franchise. He went from being Goku's sworn enemy to becoming Gohan's father figure and the team's most reliable strategist. Piccolo doesn't need flashy transformations to prove his worth. His wisdom, discipline, and sacrifices have saved Earth countless times. Without him, the Z fighters would have fallen apart ages ago. Riza Hawkeye. Edward and Alphonse are the stars. Roy Mustang gets tons of love, but Riza is the unsung hero. She's loyal, skilled, and the one person who keeps Mustang grounded. She carries the trauma of Ishval, yet she never lets it break her resolve. Riza's quiet strength, deadly precision, and unwavering loyalty make her one of the most dependable characters in the entire series. Without her, Mustang would have gone off the rails long ago. Gajeel Red Fox. Natsu, Lucy, and Urza are the fan favorites, but Gajeel's arc is so underrated. He went from being a brutal enemy of Fairy Tail to one of its most loyal protectors. His redemption story, his bond with Levi, and his sheer determination to protect his guild make him one of the best written Fairy Tail characters. He's not just muscle, he's heart, growth, and loyalty personified. Yukio Okamura. Rin, the son of Satan, steals the spotlight, but Yukio's struggles are just as compelling. As the younger twin, Yukio carries the burden of being the normal one, but secretly he's cursed with his own demonic power. His complex relationship with Rin, his insecurities, and his hidden strength make him one of the most layered characters in Blue Exorcist. Yet fans rarely talk about him compared to Rin. Thorfinn's father. Thorfinn's journey is legendary, but people forget about Thors, his father. Thors was known as the Troll of Jom, one of the greatest warriors of his time, but he abandoned that life to live in peace. His philosophy of true strength being the ability to not take lives shaped the entire theme of Vinland Saga. His early death pushed Thorfinn onto his path, but Thor's wisdom lives on throughout the series. Underrated? Absolutely. He's the foundation of the story. Mitsuya Takashi. Draken and Mikey get all the attention in Tokyo Revengers, but Mitsuya quietly holds Toman together. As the 2nd Division captain, he's dependable, calm, and has one of the purest hearts in the gang. Outside of fights, he's also a fashion designer who takes care of his younger sisters. Mitsuya represents balance, tough enough to throw down in gang wars, but gentle enough to sew clothes for his family. He deserves way more recognition. Koichi Hirose. In Diamond is unbreakable. Josuk and Jotaro steal the spotlight, but Koichi is one of the most important characters. His stand, Echoes, evolves multiple times, making him one of the most versatile fighters in JoJo. He's also the one who helps reform characters like Yukako, and even earns the respect of guys like Jotaro. Koichi starts as a timid kid, but his growth makes him a true Joestar ally. Yet fans rarely put him in their top JoJo character lists. And that's the beauty of anime. It's not always the loudest or the flashiest who matter most. Sometimes it's the quiet, underrated characters who hold the entire story together.